Yeah, you too. What up? Welcome back to another edition of Wrestling with Watts. I'm your host, Watts, and today we're bringing back the series that I just now started. It's called Wrestlers Are Hypocrites, and we're going to do another one, Volume 2. This gentleman right here that I'm about to tell you about, at the end of the day, he made sense with a lot of stuff he said this past Friday on SmackDown, but it was the right message, wrong person. Right message, wrong messenger, to be honest. None other than him, Carmelo Hayes. That man, the guy who put NXT 2.0 on his back. Not single-handedly, but to be honest, it was a point where the North American Championship felt way more important than the NXT Championship. And that's a testament to who he is, because who he is him and he is him. Because at the end of the day, I say this all the time, it's not the championship that makes the man, it's the man who makes the championship. So I can't knock this brother for being as cold as he is in the ring, being as cold as he is on the mic. Honestly, there's nothing wrong with his game, but there's something wrong with the way he says things, and that's why he's a part of this Wrestlers Are Hypocrites list, because this man was challenging Cody Rhodes about his actions, and don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna lie, till this day, I feel the way I feel about Cody Rhodes, and the fact that at the end of the day, he should not have been the one who teamed with Roman Reigns. Like, I understand why from a money grabbing perspective, but at the end of the day, it kind of hurts his character unless you're going to slowly turn this man heel. But that's another story for another day. At the end of the day, Carmelo Hayes is no saint, and he's not the person to really even be having this discussion with. No. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to give you 4 valid reasons as to why Carmelo Hayes should not be the one talking crazy about Cody Rhodes, and the fact that, oh, what is he saying? What did he say? Oh, a friend like Cody Rhodes who need enemies. Bro, sit down. Sit down, bro. Because number one, to win your first championship in the WWE, and it sounds so far away and it sounds like a thing of the past, but you cashed in your breakout star contract on Swerve. Well, Isaiah Swerve, but now Swerve Strickland. You was the one who cashed in after trying, buddying him up, shaking his hand after his title defense. The man is tired. Basically, the cash in. Lack a better term, you cashed in on this man. And you didn't have to do that. You could have waited until he was, which I understand is a business move. You know, like, closed mouths don't get fed. We know how this thing go. But at the end of the day, you befriended this man and then betrayed him and took his title along with Trick Williams. So come on, what are we really talking about here? You of all people, you can't do that. You can't run around talking about, Kevin Owens was right. Because at the end of the day, you sound just as delusional as Cody Rhodes, low key. So yeah, you're bugging, bro. And number 2, didn't you cheat to beat Braun Breaker for the NXT Championship the first time, which can't necessarily be blamed on you low-key, only because, quote-unquote, you wasn't aware of the fact that Trick Williams smacked Braun Breaker with the championship, but you sure benefited from it by winning the championship. So I won't necessarily knock you for real, but I will knock you for the fact that when Ilya Dragunov beat you for the championship, you looked at him as a op, when in reality, y'all shook hands after the match, and y'all was cool with each other. You know what? Actually, let me rewind back. My bad. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me rewind back to the whole Braun Breaker thing. Braun Breaker was your ace. He was your ace, Boone Coon, and he was the one who helped you take over NXT 2.0, and y'all both made names for yourselves. But look what you did in turn. You're the reason for his entire villain arc in NXT, which led to his villain arc on the main roster, low key. But back to the Dragunov thing. When Dragunov was trying to take Trick Williams under his wing and show him, like, yo, this is how you become a winner, this and that, you started hating crazy. You started hating because Trick Williams was getting a rep, and he was getting crowd chants, he was getting pops, he was getting the North American Championship opportunities and stuff like that. You couldn't take it. So what do you mean, friends like these? Who needs enemies? Who needs you, bro? Who needs you? At the end of the day, which leads to the fourth one, which is probably the worst one out of all three of these that I just now mentioned previously. And that is the fact that you turned on your ace. You turned on Trick Williams. You turned on your ace, the one who was part of the reason why you kept the championship, the North American championship, for as long as you did. You turned on this man just because he had aspirations of competing for the NXT championship, and you talking about, yo, I felt blindsided. Well, at the end of the day, he just didn't want to be a sidekick. He didn't want to be considered a sidekick, and he told you that he just didn't want to be a sidekick. He wanted to be more than that. That's all he did. He didn't turn on. He didn't do no foul stuff. You was the one who, you ran out of nowhere and hit this man with a steel chair on some Shawn Michaels. Well, Shawn Michaels he didn't do that. He kind of super kicked Marty Jannetty, but that's another story. What I'm trying to bring up is the fact that, all of these instances that I just now brought up, these scenarios, these situations, indicates that you, my friend, are a hypocrite and you're not in a position to say a thing about what Cody Rhodes got going on. But I am looking forward to that match that y'all gonna have. I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be a banger for sure. This is all just jokes. These are all shits and giggles. This is all just me pointing out the fact that a lot of times heels are delusional in regard to, or not even just heels, but just some superstars. They'll legit forget that they used to massacre guys when they were heels and massacre the baby faces. But then as soon as they turn face, or, not even necessarily face, but just, since it's the thing of the past, they forget what they were doing before they said whatever it is they said. But I'm going to continue to bring you guys more of these. Leave some suggestions in the comments, and honestly, I'll get to it. But in conclusion, I am out. Peace.